The top aide to former Cuyahoga County Auditor Frank Russo will spend 4 years behind bars. Sandy Klimkowski was just sentenced in federal court this afternoon. She worked with federal prosecutors in the county corruption probe, telling them about a scheme that landed Russo $1 million. Klimkowski remained free on bond for 4 years despite pleading guilty to bribery, and she's not alone.
On your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been following the corruption investigation from the very beginning and gives us a rundown of who else is still out of prison.
Well, that's right, Chris. Sandy Klimkowski is among a half a dozen corruption figures who managed to avoid prison despite pleading guilty to corruption charges. Here's a scorecard of who remains free on bond.
I said to the court today, and I will say it again, I'm just truly sorry for all of my actions. I'm sorry for everyone that I hurt, and I'll move forward from here on.
That was Sandy Klimkowski leaving the federal courthouse today, 4 years after first pleading guilty in September 2009. A few months earlier, in June 2009, former county employee J. Kevin Kelly pleaded guilty to 11 corruption counts involving a halfway house contract. Kelly has still not been sentenced, but could face up to 7 years in prison. In July 2009, Brian Schumann, the halfway house co-director, admitted he was behind the bribes. He'll finally be sentenced next month. And in August 2009, former state senator and Lakewood Mayor Anthony Sinagra pleaded guilty for his role in the same halfway house scheme. Sinagra, too, has remained free and is scheduled to be sentenced in November as well. Also in 2009, county employee Daniel Gallagher admitted his role in a bribery scheme involving Parma schools. No sentencing date scheduled. And Cleveland businessman Steve Pumper, who first told the FBI about the extent of corruption in Cuyahoga County, also remains free. In 2009, he pleaded guilty to 9 corruption-related counts, including expensive home renovations for former County Commissioner Jimmy DeMora. Pumper faces up to 6.5 years in prison. Still, 4 years later, a sentencing date still has not been set. And finally, former county employee Kevin Payne died of cancer in 2010 while awaiting sentencing, a year and a half after pleading guilty to his corruption charges. I'm Chief Investigator Ron Regan.